Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Saturday, October 18, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, good morning. How's that coffee hitting the spot for you today?
Morning, David. It's doing the trick strong enough to shake off this foggy start. Yours look good?
Oh yeah, black and bold. Just like my sales targets. Anyway, did you see the headlines this week? That whole thing with China and the US tariffs is blowing up.
I did catch that. Trump is pushing for a 100% tariff on all Chinese imports, and China's firing back with warnings of countermeasures. It's got everyone on edge in global trade.
Right? Imagine what that does to our bottom line. We deal with so many parts from over there for our products. Prices could jump overnight.
Totally agree. As a project manager, I'm already thinking about how it messes with our timelines. Sourcing alternatives might take months and costs sky high.
Exactly. I was chatting with a client yesterday, and they mentioned the same worry. You know, in sales, we have to keep things smooth, but this could make deals fall through.
To be honest, it's frustrating. We've been working remotely a lot lately, but even that won't help if supply chains break down. We need to touch base with the procurement team soon.
For sure. Hey, speaking of keeping up, how's your project going? Those deadlines aren't getting any looser with this economic noise.
It's hectic, but we're pushing through. By the way, did you hear about SpaceX? They're prepping for that Starship test flight, the one that's crucial for NASA's moon mission plans in 2025.
Oh man, yeah. Elon Musk's team is aiming for a full orbital test soon. It's wild how they're iterating so fast on that massive rocket.
It is impressive. From what I read, they fixed some heat shield issues from the last flight, and this could pave the way for actual moon landings. Think about the tech spillover.
Ha, spillover? Like maybe we'll get reusable shuttles for office supplies, but seriously, it could revolutionize logistics, faster shipping worldwide, right?
You know, that's not far off. Advanced propulsion tech might lead to better drones or even satellite internet improvements for our remote teams. Staying in the loop on this stuff helps with forecasting.
True that. I mean, as a sales rep, I love pitching innovative angles. Clients eat up stories about cutting-edge tech. Makes us look forward-thinking.
Absolutely. Actually, it reminds me of our last team meeting where we talked about adopting new tools. This SpaceX push could inspire some upgrades in our software.
Spot on. We've been buried in emails. Imagine AI handling half of that. Anyway, enough space talk, though it's out of this world. What about that Nobel Peace Prize?
The one awarded to Maria Corina Machado? She's the Venezuelan opposition leader, recognized for her courageous fight for democracy and human rights against the Maduro regime.
Yeah, exactly. The committee called her work a beacon of civilian courage in Latin America. It's pretty inspiring, especially with her being in hiding and all.
It is. To me, it highlights how individual efforts can drive social change, even in tough political climates. Relates to diversity in our global projects, you know?
For real. In sales, we deal with clients from all over, and stories like this remind us to value resilience. Makes me appreciate a stable office environment.
Stable with our meeting marathons? But yeah, it's a good reminder to foster inclusive teams. Anyway, how was your week? Catch any good leads?
A couple, but nothing closed yet. This tariff news has people holding off on big buys. We might need to call it a day early some evenings just to regroup.
I feel you. My team's been burning the midnight oil on that big report. But chats like this help keeps us motivated.
Totally. You know, linking back to the tariffs, if China retaliates with their own duties, it could hit agriculture too. Our food imports for the office kitchen, prices up.
Oh, don't get me started. My morning smoothie ingredients would cost a fortune. Practically speaking, businesses like ours have to pivot fast.
Pivot is right. Like in that SpaceX test, they pivot after each failure. Resilience theme of the week, huh?
Nice connection, and Machado's story ties in perfectly. Her dedication despite bans and threats? That's next level grit.
Grit for sure. Makes our complaints about coffee lines seem small. But hey, small talk like this gets the day started right.
It does. Actually, I was reading more on the Starship flight. They're planning to launch from Texas, aiming for reusability that could cut costs by 90% eventually.
Whoa, 90%? That's game-changing for space tourism or cargo. Imagine pitching that to investors. Endless possibilities.
Endless, yeah. For project managers like me, it's about efficiency. Reusable rockets mean reliable schedules, no more one-and-done launches.
Schedules are key in sales too. No delays on deliveries or clients bolt. This news has me optimistic about tech partnerships.
Optimistic is good. We could use some of that with the tariff uncertainty. China might accelerate their own space program in response, you think?
Probably. It's like a space race 2.0. Keeps innovation humming. Anyway, shifting gears, that Nobel win, she dedicated it to the Venezuelan people and even mentioned Trump for support.
She did. It's nuanced, showing how international backing matters in democracy movements. Impacts foreign policy, which trickles down to trade deals.
Trickles down, yeah. Our company has ties in Latin America. Stability there helps our expansion plans.
Smart point. We should loop in HR on cultural awareness training, inspired by stories like hers.
Great idea. Keeps everyone engaged. You know, my hectic morning just got better with this chat.
Mine too. Better than scrolling news alone. By the way, how's the family? Any weekend plans?
All good, planning a barbecue. Nothing beats downtime after a week like this. You?
Relaxing with a book, maybe. You need to unwind from deadlines? But work calls, let's grab refills?
Sure, one more. This tariff stuff, experts say it could add $2 trillion to U.S. costs over time. Wild numbers.
2 trillion? That's no joke. We'd feel it in budgets for sure. Time to brainstorm alternatives.
Brainstorm away. Like SpaceX does with their prototypes, trial and error.
Exactly, and Machado's path, pure determination. Motivational for sure.
Motivational gold. All right, I think we're caffeinated enough. Time to tackle the inbox.
Yeah, let's head out. Great catching up, David.
You too, Alex. Have a solid day, no major fires, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. See you tomorrow.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.